Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Chill Out podcast. I'm super excited to be hanging out with you. As always, it's just a vibe to be together, isn't it? I'm just so happy because it's a Sunday, first of all. Secondly, the weather is just incredible. This whole weekend, it's been amazing, warm weather, and I'm just all for it, honestly. And it's so ironic because this episode is literally about like the seasons that we get and the weather and how it like affects your mood and all of that. So it's just so amazing that today it's stunning outside. Okay, stunning. I'm excited after this episode. I'm going to go get an ice cream. I'm going to go walk on the beach. I'm going to blast my music in my car with the windows down. Okay, YOLO. Honestly, I'm just so happy. And as always, like, I'm just so happy to be hanging out with you. Okay, so let's just get into this episode. It's so crazy because a few weeks ago I went away to like a farm with a few of my friends and it was honestly so stunning. Like, it was just beautiful. It was so nice just to like stare at a mountain and not have to look at another building. I'm not even joking right now. There's just something so beautiful about like sitting outside at night and looking at all of the stars. When I usually stare up at the stars at night, okay, from my like bedroom and my balcony vibe, I am looking up. I see like one or two. But when you're like out there, when you're like on a farm in the middle of nowhere and there's like literally no light pollution, whereas when you're in the city, you're not really seeing that much. You're seeing like one or two. So honestly, I had such a great time. It was so nice to have some wine under the stars and just vibe out, just chilling under the stars and having a good time. Like the fire is going and it's just a total vibe. There's just something so beautiful and peaceful about that. And it's something that I was really craving, is just being out of my normal routine for like a second and just being able to be in the moment and actually enjoy life. And there's just something about being in nature that allows you to sort of calm down and breathe and really look around you and show gratitude for life instead of constantly being this mode of like survival. Like, I need to get this done. This needs to be done. And you're like running around with like a million things going on in your head and you have like multiple tabs open in your brain. It's a lot. So sometimes just getting a chance to like get out and be outside and, breathe in some fresh air and actually stare at some mountains and look at some animals. And it's so funny because we arrived and then this guy who was like on the farm, he was very young, okay? He was 20. And it was so funny because I don't know how this conversation came up, but he was chilling with us during the night. We got into like the topic of like ages and all of that. And I was like, you will not believe what age I am. Like, guess. He literally thought that I was his age. I'm not even joking right now. He thought I was 20 years old, okay? And I do not know if I was offended or really flattered the fact that he said that. But you know what? I'm going to take it as like a really good compliment because it means that my skin is doing its thing and clearly I'm going to be aging well. Fingers crossed. I'm just being dramatic right now, but honestly, I was like shocked. I was like, you cannot really believe that I'm 20. Come on. But he really did. And I was like so shocked about it. And he was like blown away. He was like, I honestly literally thought you were my age. That's what he said. And he looked shocked. And it's not the first time that I've actually been told that I do look younger than I am. Like, no one believes my age sometimes. It's actually, I'm going to take it as a compliment. You know what? YOLO. Whatever. I'm going to take it as a compliment. But I just found that so funny. Can't even picture myself being 20 because it felt like, wow, that's young. But when you are 20 and like 21, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting older. But that is actually so young. But I just had to share that story with you because that was so funny. But back to your normal scheduled programming, okay? The whole time when we were on the farm, it was just beautiful. Just breathe in that fresh air, not care about a deadline, and just be in the moment. I don't know if anyone else feels like this every single year, but around this time, I start becoming a completely different person. Like, not in a dramatic identity crisis type of way, just everything feels heavier. Getting out of bed feels harder. I don't want to make plans. My couch suddenly becomes the love of my life. I always speak in hyperbole, so please don't judge me at how dramatic I'm being right now, but I'm also not being dramatic because I literally do not want to do anything at this time of year for some reason. Like 8 o'clock feels like midnight to me, even though I'm working till midnight. It feels like that. And I always have this moment where I think, what is wrong with me? Then every single year I remember, oh, it's winter. And I know that you're listening from somewhere that's warm right now. You're probably like, Kelly, pull yourself together. You're probably like chilling on a beach or driving with the windows down and the podcast is playing and you're like, Kelly, pull yourself together. Okay, it's not that bad. But I honestly think winter changes me. And I don't think that I'm alone. The other day I was driving. Okay, it was gray, cold. Nobody was outside. The beach was empty. And yes, I tend to go to the beach when it's like raining and cold because there's just something beautiful about it. But that's another story. The trees looked tired. And I suddenly realized I haven't heard people laughing outside in weeks. I haven't heard people looking like they're having a good time. Okay. And I think that I definitely have a summer personality. I just smile more. I'm spontaneous. I say yes more. I'm like, okay, let's go. I wake up excited. I leave the house. I go skating. I swim. I buy ice matcha. Okay, wait, I always do this actually. That's like not an exception. But I buy ice matcha even more. I play loud music in my car. I always romanticize my life, but I tend to romanticize it a lot when the weather is really good. There's just something about the energy, about the vibes, you know what I mean? It's just amazing. And then winter Kelly, okay? Blankets, warm foods, which is also kind of good, but not always, okay? Canceling plans, not really keen to go out and do anything. Don't speak to me before 10, okay? I like to have my mornings to myself and just kind of vibe out a little bit, okay? I'm just a completely different person. And every year around this time, it's so crazy. I'm not even joking with you guys, but I start feeling it. Not in a dramatic, everything is terrible kind of way. It just feels heavier. It's harder to get out of bed. Like, it's really hard. Like, it's almost like I have to take an invisible string, attach it to my chest, and then pull myself out. That is how it feels to get out of bed. It's extremely hard. And it's not just because it's cold. It's just like you're in this mindset of like, wow, it's mid-year. The year is like almost basically over. And you just sort of feel really run down in a way. Like, you just, I don't know what the feeling is. I can't describe it. It just feels like numbness. I have to like be dramatic about it. There's just something about it. It just feels heavy. You know what I mean? And you have to like do a lot of things to pull yourself out of that. I'm not sure if I'm like the only person that feels this, but hopefully not. But it's just harder to get out of bed. Your motivation slips away. It's like, okay, where is my motivation right now? Gone. Okay, out of here. I cancel plans more often. Like, I'm not really interested in going out of my way to like make plans with people or do things, you know what I mean? I just sort of want to like work in the week, get what I need to get done. And then on the weekends, I'm like, I just want to chill. Like, I literally just want to chill. And I've noticed this now for the second year that I feel like this. And then as soon as the weather starts feeling a little bit good, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to do stuff. It's just crazy how suddenly during winter, your couch becomes the most appealing place on earth. For me, it's every time of year. Okay, I just love my couch. I love being able to just chill on there, read a book or binge watch some series. Currently, I'm into Smallville. Okay, so it's always the most appealing place on earth for me. But during winter, you just feel like locked in on the couch. Like, you do not want to do anything. And somehow 8 p.m. feels like midnight. Like, even on a Friday, I'm like, seriously, it's not even 10 p.m. Why does it feel like midnight? You know what I mean? It's like, I can't do this anymore. And then I catch myself thinking, why do I feel so flat? And it turns out there's actually a reason for it. Winter doesn't just change the weather, it changes your brain. As the days get shorter, we're exposed to less natural sunlight, and that matters more than most of us really realize. Sunlight helps regulate the body's internal clock, so your circadian rhythm, which influences everything from your sleep to your energy levels, and less sunlight can also affect serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that's involved in mood and also alter melatonin production, which is the hormone that helps control your sleep-wake cycle. In other words, your body is literally receiving different signals during winter. For some people, that can contribute to seasonal affective disorder, which is SAD, SAD, a type of depression that follows a seasonal pattern, and others may not meet the criteria for SAD, but still notice a winter slump. So they're feeling like less motivated or more tired or a little slower than usual. And it doesn't mean that you're lazy or that you're failing. Your body is just responding to the actual season. And I've noticed it myself, okay? Like I was yapping on before, I've realized that I've become a completely different person in summer. I'm outside more. I want to swim in the ocean before work. I make plans without overthinking them. I listen to music way louder. Like the vibes are just going. I spend less time scrolling and more time actually living my life and going out. And there's just more life during summer. You know what I mean? Like the weather's good. You just want to get out. You are experiencing FOMO. So you just want to do things. And there's just something so beautiful about that. And winter isn't bad. It's slower. It's cozy. It has its place. But if I'm honest, by the end of it, I'm craving warmth in every sense of the word. It's extremely funny the fact that I'm saying this right now because we were experiencing a literal heat wave a few months ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need rain right now. You know what? Everything has its place. Okay, I am definitely a summer girl. I love summer. I love good weather. But I also do enjoy the rain. So I really just want to share 4 things that actually help me every winter when I do feel like this. The first thing I've started doing, and honestly, this one sounds so obvious that it's almost annoying. It's chasing sunlight. And I don't mean in like a wellness influencer way where I'm standing barefoot in a field at 6 a.m. I literally just mean if the sun comes out, I go outside. I've just realized winter sunlight feels like it's on a timer. It's almost like a limited edition drop. You don't know how it's going to last. So when it's there, you kind of have to catch it because when it's gray for days and then suddenly the sun comes out for an hour, it's amazing how much that really changes your mood. Even if I don't have time for a long walk, even if it's literally just 10 minutes, I'll make a matcha and then I'll go stand outside. I'll sit on a bench. I'll walk around the block. Sometimes I won't even take my phone. I'll literally just stand there facing the sun, honestly, like a starfish on a rock. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but there's actually a reason that it helps. Sunlight is one of the biggest things that helps regulate your circadian rhythm. Basically, it's your body's internal clock. It helps your brain understand what time of day it is, which influences your energy, your sleep, even your mood. And during winter, we're naturally getting less light, right? Especially first thing in the morning. So I think sometimes our brains are just confused. It's darker when we wake up. It's dark again before dinner. And your body is trying to work with signals that you have completely changed. So now, whenever the sun appears, I almost treat it like an appointment. Emails can wait 10 minutes. Laundry can wait because every single time I come back inside, I definitely feel a little bit lighter. And sometimes I'm going to be real with you guys. Like there are moments when I feel extremely overwhelmed as soon as I wake up. And it's just a lot because you either know that you have a lot to do in the day and it sort of becomes a little bit overwhelming and you kind of like hype yourself up in your head that you have multiple things to do instead of just taking your time in the morning, center yourself, focus, and just press reset. And what I will tend to do is when I do get like that is I'll be like, okay, cool. I'm going to work out now. I'm going to go shower and then I'm going to go and grab an iced matcha. I'm going to go for a walk and I'm going to take that time for myself, get in some sunlight, maybe go to the beach and like look at the waves, just get in some of that fresh air and then come back. And I always feel really good. It feels like I've actually gone out and did something that is going to make me feel better to start my day off. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going to immediately start because I'm stressed out and I need to sit at my laptop right now. No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause and I'm going to do something that it's going to help me to recenter and calm my mind. And it definitely helps. Like I'm not even just saying this to be like Pinterest vibes or whatever. It really helps to do one thing in the morning. Just get some fresh air, go outside, go for a walk, move your body. Do something different out of your normal morning routine sometimes just to like shake things up and to remind yourself that you are a person that needs to still enjoy their life and not be some machine. And it definitely will change the way that you approach your day. Trust me. Number 2 is give yourself something to look forward to. The second thing that's helped me is something I don't even realize my brain needed. And I've realized this isn't actually about the thing itself, it's about anticipation. I think happiness starts way before the event actually happens. Like, think about going on holiday. Half of the excitement is planning it, looking at photos or counting down, imagining yourself there. And your brain loves having something good in the future. It gives you evidence that life isn't just work, sleep, repeat. So during winter, I've started creating those little moments on purpose. Maybe it's booking a brunch with a friend or a Saturday morning market, a massage that I've wanted for ages, going skating outside, which is honestly something that really centers me so much. It's just so fun to like just be like free flowing on the board. It's amazing. Watching the sunset at the beach, even if it's cold. Planning a tennis match, trying a cafe that I've saved on TikTok literally 6 months ago. It honestly doesn't matter what it is. It just matters that your brain has something to move towards. Because I think when we're feeling flat, all the days can start blending into each other. Monday feels like a Tuesday, Tuesday feels like a Thursday, and before you know it, another month has gone by. Having little things in your calendar sort of reminds you that life is still happening, not next month, not in summer, but now. And in a weird way, it's like a pattern interruption because we're always like go, 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 go. And if you're someone like me who likes to be productive and busy all the time, it's a lot. Okay. I might enjoy it, but I also really enjoy some quiet time. And I think when you are able to sort of do something that you can look forward to, it kind of like wires your brain to be like, wait, I don't need to hope for something. It's actually happening and I can actually look forward to it and enjoy it in the moment instead of just like focusing constantly on being like a machine and like being in this like rat race of life that we're always in. The third thing, and honestly, I have to remind myself of this every single winter, is movement. But not movement because I feel guilty, not movement because I need to burn calories, not movement because I think I have to earn my dinner. Movement because it completely changes how I feel. And I think that's been one of the biggest mindset shifts I've had over the last few years. I've stopped asking how many calories did I burn, and I've started asking how do I actually feel now? Because every single time after a bar workout, after skating, after a walk on the beach, after dancing around my apartment while I'm getting ready, I feel different. I feel more awake. I feel more connected to my body. Like someone opened a window inside my brain. And I think during winter, especially, it's so tempting to just stay still, like a cozy blanket, your couch, a heating pad, Netflix, which is lovely sometimes. Okay. Honestly, who doesn't love a chill session? But I've realized that the longer that I stay still, the harder it actually becomes to move. It's almost like your body starts matching your mood. Everything slows down. So now I don't put pressure on myself. And sometimes movement is a full bar class. Sometimes it's 20 minutes. Sometimes it's literally putting one song on and dancing in my kitchen. The goal isn't fitness. The goal is reminding my nervous system that, hey, like we're alive. Like we need to keep moving. We shouldn't be standing still and stopping. Okay. We know it's good for us. So we need to do this. And it's so crazy because now I can actually identify when I am feeling really low and what I actually need. And as soon as I do a workout, I feel amazing afterwards. I start feeling like, okay, cool. I'm slowly starting to warm up again. I'm moving my body. I'm feeling good. I'm stretching and I feel amazing. Like I feel confident and I feel strong mentally. And that's something that I've noticed that I need every single day. And I'm not even being dramatic. Some form of movement, I need it. Number 4 is romanticize winter instead of fighting it. This one's probably my favorite. I've stopped trying to fight winter because every single year I'd spend the entire season wishing it was summer. I'd complain about how cold it was. I'd count down the days. I'd tell myself I'll be happier when October comes, or I'll start doing more when it gets a little bit warmer. And then I realized if I spend 3 months waiting for another season, I'm basically choosing not to love for 3 months. And that did kind of make me kind of sad because winter is still life. These months still count. So instead of trying to make winter feel like summer, I've started asking, what does winter do well? Candles, warm showers, reading under a blanket, hot chocolate, movie nights, rain against the windows, soft lighting, slow mornings, matching socks. Like there are things winter does better than any other season, right? And I think once I've stopped resisting it, I started actually enjoying it more. Not because I suddenly love cold weather, which I kind of do low-key. Okay, who doesn't love cold weather at night? It's just the best when you're like watching a movie and you're under the blankets and it's just cozy and warm and incredible. And maybe it's even raining, okay? It's just amazing. But I just stopped waiting for summer because I realized that every season has something to offer, even if you're willing to meet it where it is. And if I'm being completely honest, I think my brain is already planning summer. I'm not even joking. I keep catching myself daydreaming about like the smallest things, not huge holidays or not massive events or anything like that. Just driving down with the windows down. Okay. Yesterday, actually, I caught myself noticing this, but It was really warm weather yesterday and it was so beautiful. And I took a drive to the shops and I could actually roll down the window and it wasn't freezing. It was amazing. It was honestly incredible, guys. I'm not even joking right now. That feeling when the air is warm enough that you don't even have to think about it. Music is just a little bit too loud, but you're vibing, your arm resting on the window. No destination that feels particularly urgent. I'm thinking about ocean swims after work. Okay, I'm walking on the beach in my mind when the sand is already warm. Okay, I'm getting into the water and immediately feeling awake. Going into the pool and like chilling and tanning and coming home with salt in your hair that somehow stays there all day. And iced matcha in the cup holder of my car. There's just something. Oh, I just love romanticizing summer so much. It's just so beautiful. You know, seeing an iced matcha in your cup holder. It's just perfection on another level. I'm not even joking right now. Beach towels permanently living in the boot of your car because you never know when you'll end up at the ocean. Okay. Golden hour that somehow makes everything look prettier. I mean, can we just take a second to honestly show some appreciation for golden hour? Honestly, please tell me who does not like that time of day. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's glowy, it's the best time to take pictures. It's just stunning. I love the ending of a day because it's like, wow, I can show such appreciation for it. The sky is this beautiful orange yellow color. Maybe you're at the beach and you're watching the sunset, which is another level of like amazing. And it's just something about the vibe of it. Incredible. Okay. It just looks amazing and stunning and you just feel happy inside. People eating outside of cafes. There's just something so beautiful about seeing someone having a really good meal and like the sun is out. It's beautiful. You can just feel that summer air. People are laughing, having an Aperol Spritz or a Pinot Grigio or a really good ice cold beer. Like there's just something so beautiful about that. It's a vibe. Let's be real. Or your friends are texting, hey, like, should we just go to the beach? Who's keen for like sunset tonight? Like, who does not love that? The smell of sunscreen, warm evenings when no one really wants to go home yet. You sort of look around and suddenly everyone's outside. I mean, who doesn't love a really good beach day? Okay, when you're going there super early, you're either surfing or you're swimming and you're tanning and you're reading a book in the sun and you're just having a really good time with your friends or whoever you're there with. Okay, it's just a vibe. And then as the sun starts to set, you're watching the sunset. You're feeling the vibes. You're heading to Burger King afterwards for a really good meal because you're so hungry after swimming all day. Or maybe like an ice cream, which is another great thing to get. So there's just something about the energy of summer. It's just unmatched. Like there's just nothing like it. Life naturally spills outside that people seem a little bit lighter. They seem happier. And maybe that's why I'm craving summer so much. Not because winter is like bad or whatever, but because summer reminds me of a version of myself that actually feels free. The version that says yes more, laughs a little louder, spends less time overthinking, listens to music on the drive home, and remembers that life isn't something to just rush through. Maybe we don't actually have to wait until summer to become that person again. Maybe we can take little pieces of that person now with us, even if it's just making a matcha or going for a lunchtime walk when the sun appears or lighting a candle when it gets dark and like creating that ambiance in your place. Maybe the season changes, but we don't have to stop being ourselves and actually feeling that sense of summer within us, if you know what I mean. Maybe you're listening to this and you feel a little bit flat lately. Maybe you're sort of like blaming yourself and like guilt tripping yourself and thinking that you've become lazy or unmotivated, uninspired. Maybe your body is just responding to winter, and you know what? That's okay. Spring always comes, summer always comes. You'll open your curtains one morning and you'll hear like the birds chirping. So, my suggestion would just be a little bit gentler with yourself. Winter isn't asking you to become someone else. It's just asking you to sort of like slow down. And I know sometimes it can feel really heavy because seasonal depression is definitely a thing. And it sucks when you're waking up and it's really a struggle. Like some days you just don't even want to get out of bed and do anything. And you sort of have to like force yourself because you have responsibilities and you have things you need to do and you know what's good for you. And it is really important to just push yourself and sometimes just like be your own cheerleader in those moments when it is really hard. And I totally understand how that feels because there's just something about the season and the gloominess and the cloudiness and all of that that can sometimes be very overwhelming, because especially if it's at like an extended period of time where it's just like doom and gloom. Okay, I don't mean doom and gloom, I'm just being dramatic, but like when it's super cloudy all the time and you don't really get a lot of sun, it does something to your brain chemistry and like your mood. And I totally get that. So sometimes just like, chill out, like be gentle with yourself. Do something in the morning that's going to make you feel good before you start your day. And sometimes those small little things really, really make a difference. I've definitely stopped expecting myself to feel exactly the same every season, because winter asks different things of us. Maybe right now your body needs more sleep, more nourishing meals, more walks at lunchtime to soak up whatever sunlight that you can. Maybe it needs you to stop feeling guilty for slowing down. The seasons change and so do we. And if you have been feeling a little bit off, you're not broken, okay? I think you're just ready for some sun, for some good vibes. And sometimes you can kind of create that in anything that you really enjoy, whether that's getting a really good cup of coffee or a really good iced vanilla matcha. I'm just like honestly craving that so badly right now. But we find joy in small things that we already enjoy. I know that sounds crazy, but hopefully you guys get what I mean. Sometimes you can find your sunshine in little things that you already enjoy. And sometimes you kind of need to just incorporate that back into your life when you are feeling really down and pick yourself up again. And honestly, I am counting the minutes until summer. I'm not even joking, because if you need me in a few months, I'll probably be driving with the windows down, have my iced matcha in the cup holder, heading to the beach for an ocean swim. Vibes, honestly. Oh, total vibes. I can't wait. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely let me know what you think. DM me, okay? Pop me a message. I love hearing from you. And I just wish you guys an amazing week. Have the best day as well, okay? Have a really good week. Do your thing. You're amazing. Don't forget it. And I'll see you guys soon. I love you, and bye.